Welcome back to Powerboating in Paradise TV with members of the Florida Powerboat Club. Stu Jones, the club founder here, along with our producer Ryan McCoy in the Pompano Beach studio. Guys, remember when we were on Sun Sports? Oh yeah. But we're on YouTube now, and that's working out just great because we have so many subscribers and followers on this channel. Over 43,000 now following us here. We're trying to get it up to 50,000 now, guys. So please tell all of your friends and tell them that it's the Tampa Bay Poker Run that we're going to be featuring now in this next 2 episodes from the Tampa Bay area and downtown Tampa as our venue. And guys, it's been 15 years since we got this event going as we move forward into 2025 and continue to give you some fantastic content with the best powerboats and the most fun people out on the waterways. Our 2025 annual sponsors include our presenting sponsor, Mercury Racing, and these sponsors alphabetically including Angle of Attack Marine, Cigarette Racing Team, Concept Boats, Deep Impact Custom Boats, Legendary Marine at Blue Water Cay, Midnight Express, Myco Trailers, Mystic Powerboats, Nortec High Performance Boats, Performance Boat Center, SD Marine Group, and returning for 2025, WOZENCRAFT Insurance and Finance. And as always, it's going to be about a 3-day format. Most people have arrived on Thursday afternoon, so we're going to roll it into Friday morning for our fun run as we get started at the Tampa Bay Convention Center. And this Convention Center dock is the ideal headquarter for the event. Of course, we still have a couple of other neighboring docks that we use, like the Tampa Marriott. 60 boats on the roster, guys, which I believe makes it our biggest event so far in 2025. Now we're in our 4th month of April. The Miami Boat Show run in February tipped the scales at about 50 or 52 teams, so we moved it up a notch to 60 teams, which I think is really ideal for this event. As you can see, everybody gathering up here in the Sudden Channel there. That is Peter O'Knight Airport in the background, and of course Tampa Bay off in the distance, which we can all clearly see. We have fantastic conditions here for everybody. It doesn't matter what size boat you're running today, if it's a performance V-bottom or a cat, a 30-foot boat, a 40 or a 50-foot boat. We've all got great conditions as we kick things off. I'm going to start things with Robert Hayes and his HELLKAT, and he was very excited to launch the boat back 2 months earlier at our Miami Boat Show run. Now it's Jack and Jennifer Kudo. Kind of a celebration for them. It was 2 years earlier they took delivery of this Nortec 390 Sport. They're from Maryland, but they spent a lot of time in Florida. This one's powered by Quad Mercury Racing 450Rs. Look at the amazing conditions that we have here today. And just a quick note, guys, that we have a short leg today. We're going for lunch at Ruskin, which isn't that far. So we're going to be fast and furious with the chopper today, just kind of short clips of each individual team. Of course, we'll be updating you throughout these next 2 episodes and getting more screen time for all of the individual teams and hopefully get to introduce everybody to you. A lot of center consoles on the run, a lot of Nortecs on the run. Paul Jordan here, PJ as we know him, in Team BABBO, a 340 Nortec Sport powered by Triple Mercury Racing 300Rs. And the good news is he's had so much fun with this boat that he's already starting to make his move on a new Nortec 390 Sport. And it's the first time for Tommy Mason representing Performance Boat Center here with this SUNSATION 32CCX, a very popular model. This one got a pair of Mercury Racing 400 V10s. He says that at the right cruising speed, he can get over 2.0 mpg. For a performance boat, guys, that is amazing. And it's Devin WOZENCRAFT with WOZENCRAFT Insurance and Finance in his 34-foot Victory. Cat does a lot of events with the club. He's got his son Lucas joining him for the weekend, but not in the boat. He's actually riding in the helicopter taking pictures. And it's our first concept for the day. This time it's a 36 concept. John Van Dyke, all the way from Michigan, comes a long way to join these events. This one's got a pair of Mercury Racing 500Rs. A beautiful boat. I love the blue paint and the color-matched motors. He did a nice job on this build. And now it's time for Eric Lemoyne and Team Timekiller. He has grown to really love this event in Tampa. Not too far for him to travel to be here. This is a 43-foot Midnight Express open model, 5 Mercury Racing 450Rs. And it looks like Mark Fisher was just out on cruise control right now in this Deep Impact 399 demo. Of course, he's the owner of the company, and He could have any deep impact he wants, but he's just having fun with this 399 that he brought out last fall in time for the Key West poker run. But as we rounded the corner to 2025, he kept the momentum going. I believe he's done 3, possibly 4 events now already in 2025. And all the while this is going on, he's been in the midst of development for new models, including the new 449 and the new 499 models, which were released more recently. And now let's say hi to Barry Childers team Never Satisfied, a 1997 42 fountain, staggered. Boy, that almost makes it a classic. Nice to see Barry back. It was way back in 2016 he joined us for the event up in Destin. Nice to see this crew back. And having fun continuing our campaign with the King of Clubs, Nortec 390 Sports, celebrating the 500th 390 model. Partnership between Nortec, Florida Powerboat Club, and of course Mercury Racing with those triple Mercury Racing 400 RV10s. Got a couple of pretty ladies riding on board. First time for them, we have Daniela and Morgan. And Richard Haas and his first mate say, "Some like it hot." That's the name of the boat. It's a 36 deep impact, a 369 model, triple Mercury 350s. Not too far for Richard to travel. Tampa Bay is his home port. So he just drove the boat over on the water just to join us for the run today. Said he had a great time last year, so he decided to come back and join us again. And nice to see Tori Robeson from Minnesota back. He is in Team B First, but it's actually the Flight 1130 Cigarette going under his own team name. He actually borrowed my boat because he is boatless right now. He has owned 4 cigarettes in the past, but he's got his heart set on a new one, so he's shopping at this time. And it was a fairly short ride to get over here today as we now arrive at Little Harbor Marina, a Suntex Marina. And first of all, a special thank you to all of the management team for sending their guys down to help us tie up and get us all the docking we needed. Lunch destination is going to be Sunset Grill. So let's just hang in here as everybody gets settled, and we'll be heading in for a great lunch. And it is a lovely Friday here. We're in Ruskin, Florida, just off of Tampa Bay, day 1 of the Tampa Bay Poker Run with the Friday Fun Run, and a great turnout today. Sunset Grill definitely was ready for us here. But for day 1, the Fun Run is just kind of a shakedown for everybody. A lot of people just got in the water yesterday or this morning at the Davis Island ramp. So far, the weather is holding up beautifully. A little bit breezy. It's going to pick up out of the west a little bit, but so far, Tampa Bay conditions are ideal for this poker run today. Obviously, a great mix of boats. A lot of outboard cats, a handful of stern drive cats. The usual suspects on the performance fee bottoms, 3 or 4 cigarettes, which is nice. But right behind me here, this brand new 32 fountain, the NX32 center console. It's got triple 300s on it. And I want to say that a boat like this, people always ask me, what's entry level for the club? How big of a boat do I need to have? Well, that depends on what kind of boat it is. This boat right here, perfect. The Fountain 32 has got a lot of freeboard, as you can see. The triple 300R Mercs, I don't think you're going to get a better power package. 900 horsepower total, a very reliable platform on an outboard motor. And I think we're seeing more and more people are going to the 300s. For a boat this size, it's a perfect power match. I think that this is an ideal boat. It's priced at retail at just over $500,000, but Cortez Cove Marina, of course, is our sponsor. They're telling me that they're pricing this boat in the high 3s, like around $369 or something like that was the number. I'm thinking to myself, for a brand new boat with warranty and motor warranties, hull warranties, and a service reputation from Courthouse Cove to be able to maintain the boat, I think that's pretty incredible. So somebody's going to find this a nice boat here real soon. Right beside it over here, the brand new 34 Cat. It's powered by a pair of Mercury Racing 500s. The boat is set up perfectly to run just around 120 with 4 people in it and full fuel. So that's not a bad deal. So not just a fountain, of course, every other manufacturer represented here. It's all here on the Tampa Bay Poker Run 2025 edition, celebrating 15 years here on the Tampa Bay. And I just have to say that a lot of people were really pleasantly surprised when they came in here to Little Harbor. It's a little bit off the beaten path, but when you find your way in here, it's not just a marina. It's an entire community with, you know, condominium buildings everywhere, and marinas and restaurants and docking, and it's really a cool place to visit. And it does require a little bit of local knowledge to come in here, because you can get off the course quite easily and run into some shallow water. But so far, I think everyone has made it safely. But just thinking about this Tampa Bay area, there's so many little backwater places in Tampa Bay that you can go out every single day or every weekend for, you know, weeks at a time and never go to the same place twice. And I think that's what I've been discovering here now after 15 years of this event. This is our 15th annual Tampa Bay Poker Run, that there are still places that we have yet to discover. We used to come to the Sunset Grill, but a long time ago, some guy got lost one night in a storm or late and ran his powerboat up on the beach and right into the restaurant and had to close the restaurant for repairs. So you're about to see that the restaurant is in fact doing quite well. It's a big place, and the management really rolled out the red carpet to us to get everybody accommodated. So let's head into the restaurant and check it out. I found that the one thing most interesting about Sunset Grill is that there's really something for everybody, and it's absolutely a huge place. I walked in and I was just going to kind of do the rounds and say hi to everybody. And then I realized that there was not one or two, but really 3 different dining areas inside under the roof. And then there's an outside deck as well. And you could even go out, and there's an outside bar, and there's even a beach. So there's really a lot of places people can hang out here. And I think we had over 300 people for lunch, and there was still plenty of room and a lot of empty seats still available. So I wish that we could come here with the entire group on the Saturday run, but unfortunately, this is a working marina, and they need all of their dock space and all of their staff and resources focused on their daily operation of their marina. So the marina manager, he said, "Stu, I'll take care of you guys on Friday, but I'm sorry we cannot bring the group in on Saturday for lunch." So we're going to work around that. Still plenty of places around Tampa Bay area for us to enjoy, but checking things out here at Sunset Grill, I think we got everything we need right here. And of course, when it comes to those lovely FPC girls, we've always got another agenda, guys. So don't be straying too far away. You know, there's going to be a photo shoot going on at some point, and we got back to the boats and spent some time with our new models, Daniela and Morgan, on the boats. Got some nice photo and video. And I am happy to report that both of these lovely ladies made it to the final cut of the FPC 2026 wall calendar. So it's up to you guys to check your calendars and find out which pages they're on. And when they're not posing for pictures, the girls are actually in action on the docks handing out the poker cards. So we're going to fast forward to the Saturday morning segment when we were handing out the cards to the teams. You can see there's dozens of boats lined up here to come up to the Tampa Bay Convention Center docks. And of course, this is a big segment for us, so we're breaking it down into several smaller bite-sized pieces. So we just jumped ahead to Saturday morning as these teams are coming up one by one. There's Morgan and Daniela. Hey, they're switch hitting too. They went from one side of the dock to the other. Wow, they got this figured out. But this, of course, is a big part of the fanfare of all of our poker run events. And more recently, we've transformed this process into what we call the safety checkpoint as Team Midnight Express comes up and Hagen and her girls on this 43 Solstice model. Of course, that's the same boat that was at the Miami Boat Show on display just 2 months earlier. They did the Miami Boat Show run right after that, and then again, they're here in Tampa. Of course, that's their demo for the next few months. I'm sure it'll be gone soon. Now let's say hi to Justin and Cicely Wagner all the way from Missouri and Team Waves and Wheels. It's a 39-foot Doug Wright Carbon powered by Mercury Racing $500. And it looks like Chelsea Bartholomew has no fear as she steps up on the bow of their Midnight Express 43. Hubby Jared at the helm. And didn't we just see this boat? Guys, it was a different red Midnight. This is a 43 Solstice model. As you can see by the extended cabin, it's got 5 Mercury Racing 500Rs. And this is always a fun crew. Bruce and Tracy Kruglich from the Sarasota area in their statement 38 Triple Mercury 350s. And I always have them matching outfits for the guys and the girls. I'm going to nominate them for the best dressed team and the sexiest crew. And it looks like Robbie and Anjan Ula are going to be the card recipients here, with Octavio Valdivia on his big 50-foot Outer Limits Cat Team Royal Flush. It's got a pair of Mercury Racing 1350s. A long time waiting to get this boat ready and prepped from the Outer Limits factory in Rhode Island, but glad to see the boat out on the waterways and enjoying poker runs with the Florida Powerboat Club. That's right, girl. And going to be a closer look now at Tori Robeson and his first mate, Lou, as they pull the Flight 1130 cigarette up to the dock. I think it was off when I said he had 4 cigarettes. He had a 38, he had a 39, and he had a 42X. This, of course, being a temporary borrowed boat from me. Take care of my girl, Tori. And now, happy to see Frank Sheelan and his crew come back and join us. The lovely Miss Cassandra, who is doing her tryouts for the Energizer Bunny Award, but we can only give her honorary mention because that always goes to Hagen Glazer. But she definitely is a good contender. And it is Chris Colson all the way from New Jersey in Fluid Friendly, this 39-foot LAVEYCRAFT pair of Mercury Racing 700s that have been cranked up to God knows what, but at least maybe 800, 900 horsepower, because I saw this boat run on the Naples run, and he was literally up there with the cats. And it's Michael Tandoy, loves coming to Tampa. Team Speed Racer is a 44-foot MTI. Kind of a fixture in this club, not just from Michael, but also from the previous owners. This is a one-of-a-kind MTI that has really stood the test of time, and everybody loves this boat everywhere they go. Look at him. He's even got the Speed Racer helmet on.
He's wearing a helmet. Yeah.
And it's Greg and Raquel Tolson back now 2 in a row for this team. They did the Naples run a month earlier, and back here now in Tampa, a regular event for them because they live right here. It's in their backyard. And this is one more time with Eric Lemoyne, Team Timekiller, another 43-foot Midnight Ferrari red with the tan interior. He's got a big crew on board, and again, it's a local event for him too because this Midnight stays on a boat lift just on the other side of Tampa Bay, so it's just a hop, skip, and a jump for Eric to come over here and join us for this event. And let's say hi to Brandon Mayer and his crew who have made this event an annual pilgrimage. They come all the way up from the Fort Myers area with this Mystic 40 Carbon Cat. It's a second Mystic Cat that Brandon has owned, and once again powered by Mercury Racing 500Rs. But just look at the wild graphics. He went all out on the paint job on this boat. And it appears our FPC girls are having a blast on the dock as Greg and Marie Collinson pull up with their 2025 38-foot Statement center console. Looks like purple is back, guys. We've seen a lot of purple boats lately. This one's powered by Triple Mercury Racing 500Rs, and they are Canadians that were transplanted to Florida. Hey, I don't blame them. That's what I did. They now live in St. Pete. And I guess right about at the same time on Saturday morning as we were, probably halfway through the cards, that's when it's time to get the helicopter up. And you can see that a lot of the boats have made their way out into the Sudden Channel and are getting ready to get into the open waters of Tampa Bay. Our format was the same as always, guys, with typically the front runners. We release them early. I can see a couple of center consoles in the background, so I'm not sure that we're 100% on format for the starts, but here we are with this 50-foot Outer Limits pair of Mercury Racing 1350s. Octavio Valdivia at the helm. And now say hi to Jack and Jennifer Kudo, team trimmed out this Nortec 390 Sport Quad Mercury Racing 450Rs, and celebrating now 2 years of ownership of this Nortec. They took delivery here in Tampa 2 years earlier. And just a quick clip now of William Kufis in his 32 Cheap Skater. He's a marine mechanic, and he's always going out of his way to help everybody out. And now we're catching up with Michael Tandoy as he runs and gets up to speed in Team Speed Racer, this 44 MTI, which, as I said earlier, is a one-of-a-kind boat. Nothing you can change or do differently about this boat, at least not on the outside. But on the inside, he has repowered it with Mercury Racing 1100s, and he says the boat just runs fantastic with this QC4 power from Mercury Racing. And now Brandon Mayer, again, another front runner with these fast cats, this C4000, which is a carbon build from Mystic. It's his second one, and it's really got the wildest graphics I've seen in some time. I don't know if it's a paint job or a wrap, but if it's a wrap, boy, it sure is hanging on nice. And Brandon's done a nice job of building this boat. He came up on his own bottom all the way from Fort Myers on Friday, and he's here every year. He loves this Tampa Bay area. And now let's welcome newcomers Gennaro Caruso and his wife Kristen in Team She Gone. It's a 2024 Statement 36 Cat with a pair of Mercury Racing 450s. They are from New Jersey, but they happen to have the boat here in Florida for the winter months, and they decided to stick around for the spring. They said that they're definitely coming back next year. They had a lot of fun and met some nice people here at the Tampa Bay run. And once again, another Mystic C4000 cat. This time it's Chris Richards, who's from New York but spends a lot of time in Florida. He recently started the Angle of Attack Marine business in Miami. They've got an all-new warehouse and on-the-road mechanical repair and support for poker runs. So they really are giving 100% support to Florida Powerboat Club by attending these events. When he's not in his C4000 cat, he's got a 52-foot Mystic center console powered by Quad Mercury 600 outboards, and you're going to see that boat on the Florida Powerboat Club 2026 calendar. And it's nice to see Tim Bush, all the way from Ohio, returning again in Team Throttle Up. And he seems to be a big fan of Outer Limits, because the last time he was here it was in a 37-foot Stiletto, but now he's here in this 39-foot Outer Limits, and he's really got this thing cranked up, enjoying these perfect conditions here across the Tampa Bay waters. And here's Julian Maldonado from Manatee Marine Unlimited. They actually joined us as a sponsor for the run. This is a 2024 H440. That's a HCraft center console powered by Quad Mercury Racing 400Rs. They are dealers for this HCraft, and I got to say, what a cool-looking boat. And now one more time with Chris Colson, but this time with his hand on those throttles, and does a fantastic job. Of course, Chris, many of us know, is a boat racer. Took some time off from racing. I'm glad to see him back enjoying the poker run circuit, but this 39 LAVEYCRAFT is such a cool-looking boat. The only one that's in the club, but it's so well-balanced, and with the staggered 700s that are pumped up, he's got this boat running 100 all day long. He's always keeping up with the cats. And we got a couple running together now, this Deep Impact 499. It's hole number 1, Simon Tusha, Team Primus. 5 Mercury Racing 500Rs. Boat was released at the Key West Poker Run back in November, and since then he's done a couple of poker runs with the club, including the Miami Boat Show poker run in February. Nice to see him joining us here in Tampa. Of course, this is his backyard. Simon lives right across the bay in St. Pete Beach. And it's Dennis and Amanda Phillips registered, but I think that they are in the midst of building a skater. So they jumped on board with Craig Millett on this MTI 390X Team Out of Gas. And of course, in the name of variety, we're going to switch back to the poker card handoff to keep the show interesting, as we have John Kosker coming up, owner and founder of Mystic Powerboats, here with this C4000 Cat powered by Mercury Racing 500Rs. Going to make it a family day today as he has his daughters riding along. Nice to see John and the family out enjoying the sport. And I would say that we have another new candidate for the Energizer Bunny Award, as Julian Maldonado's first mate has got her new routine of spinning the life jacket around before she reaches over and grabs her card. Gotta like that, guys. That was a first. And another one of those teams that makes Tampa an annual fixture on their boating agenda. That's Mikey Boyle, Team CATTITUDE. It's an MTI 390X. You can't miss this red paint job, and you can expect to see Mike at poker runs throughout Florida. He's a busy guy and a very avid poker runner. I just can't imagine how many hours he already has on this 390X. And let's welcome back Joey and Jennifer Vittorio, all the way from Illinois. We haven't seen them for a few years. They joined us in 2023 for the Key West run. Nice to see them again. This is a 2006 Cigarette 39 Top Gun Unlimited. Love the wild paint and graphics. The boat is in amazing condition, powered by Chief Offshore engines. And a closer look now at William Kufis and his crew on this 32-foot skater called Team Cheap Skater. Again, I said earlier, he's a local guy. He's a marine mechanic and always going out of his way to help everybody on the run. And let's say hi to Gary and son Troy Karwowski, Team Loaded Deck. It's a 2018 42-foot Mystic. Interesting lifestyle they have. They actually live in Connecticut, but they've got a place in Punta Gorda. They flew in from Connecticut, jumped on the boat, and traveled up from Punta Gorda to join us for the event. And it's the return for Jeff Schellenberger and his crew and Team Patience. They've done this run before. It's a 2008 DONZI ZFF center console. And they are also in the 2026 calendar. It was a tribute page towards his good friend Paul Miller, standing in the boat taking pictures. Sadly, Paul Miller died just 1 month after the Tampa run. And we saw this team earlier. Now it's dockside with Kristen Caruso, who's up on the bow grabbing the cart. Hubby Gennaro at the controls of this 2024 statement. A long way from home in New Jersey, they said in their video bio they love boating and enjoy meeting new people. Well, they came to the right place. And it's another local team. This time it's Neil and Cindy Campbell and their Mystic 42. As we see Cindy reaching up with her cowboy hat on. They have done this event many, many times over the years, and it's right here in their backyard. They live over across Tampa Bay on the St. Pete side. When they're not on the center console, they're enjoying their Lazara motor yacht. And representing Nortec High Performance Boats is the Sarasota dealer ERICKSON Marine, and that is the lovely Kimberly Erickson up on the bow grabbing the card. It's always a family affair for them. Got Chris at the helm, joined by some of their Sarasota friends in this Nortec 390 Sport, powered by Quad Mercury Racing 400Rs. Hunter Fuchs is not wasting any time getting his boating lifestyle going with this 32-foot Sensation center console. He just did the Naples run a month earlier, and here he is in Tampa having a great time. And now it's 2 years in a row for Richard Haas and Team Some Like It Hot. Deep Impact 369. I just love the styling of this boat. It is truly unique, and it runs great with triple outboard power. He's got Mercury 350 Verados. And now it's Barry Childers and his crew again in this 42-foot Fountain. Guys, it's a 1997 model. Think about that for a moment. That's almost 30 years old. Appears to be in mint condition. I say this boat is truly a classic. In fact, his team Never Satisfied was in the club the day it was new back in 1996. I think the girls got this thing nailed now, the two of them working together. And now let's see, it's John Van Dyke all the way from Michigan. He's got a bow thruster on this 36-foot concept. Beautiful interior, Mercury Racing 500Rs. And John has qualified for the farthest trailer award all the way from Michigan. And it's one more time as we cross over Devin WOZENCRAFT, and now arriving at checkpoint number 2, which is a big yacht, Team Do It Now. It's a Horizon motor yacht out here at Egmont Key. You can see the Sunshine Skyway way off in the distance, and I have a feeling this is going to be a great segment as the teams come up one by one to get their cards on this beautiful Saturday. Guys, I think we're just at the half-hour mark here for our first episode. I think this is a good place to wrap up our activities here from the Friday fun run so we can get back to the Saturday poker run. So here we are now in the Tampa Bay Harbor here in front of the Tampa Convention Center. Remember that we're moving around just to keep the show entertaining for everybody as we now see Team Spooled Up, Gino Gargiulo, in this a big 52-foot MTI powered by Mercury Racing 1550s. There is such a cool mix of boats and people on this run. all of the leading manufacturers represented here, and a lot of activity here in front of the Tampa Convention Center. I would have to say that this is probably one of the most vibrant, downtown waterfronts of any event that we do. And it's pretty easy to see why. You have this ideal waterfront and the river walk in front of the convention center with people walking and jogging and biking and really just enjoying the vibe. Of course, major hotels including the Water Street Marriott, the JW Marriott, the Westin Waterside Hotel, and entertainment on every scale. Great dining, great clubs. So this is what I think makes Tampa such a great destination for all of us every year. 15 years now in the running as we see everybody getting settled in. The size of the boats has gotten really big, guys. But I like the layout because they do give us enough room to do a nice sponsor dock. Of course, the premium brands, the ones who sponsor the club, are going to get the best docking situations right out in front. American Social and Jackson's Bistro in the background there. So you can see there's plenty of stuff to keep us busy here over the weekend. And I think that's why so many people love this Tampa Bay Poker Run. Of course, the docking is no easy task because we have to make use of every foot of dock that we have here from the Tampa Convention Center. And I'm just glad that all of the club members are patient and they understand our need to raft out sometimes 4, 5, or 6 deep, depending on the location. But it all seems to work, and we put it together like a very complicated puzzle. But nonetheless, this is how we are able to get at least 50 boats packed into this Tampa Convention Center venue. Of course, we still have docking at 1 or 2 other nearby locations, and several of the attendees are locals that come in to join us each day. So we manage to figure it out every year. And we just appreciate all of the support of our participants to keep coming back year after year. But it looks like we're going to just wrap things up here now on this first episode. Guys, lots more to come here as we just plow through our 2025 content. We're going to finish off the Tampa Bay Poker Run on our next episode. And then we are just going to keep rolling the content, including Key West, our Summer Bahamas series, Orange Beach. So much to come for you guys yet. So be sure that you're subscribing to our channel and click that notification bell so you'll get an update every time a new episode is released. For more information about club membership and upcoming events, visit our website at flpowerboat.com. And you can find more content on our many social media platforms. Thanks for watching, and make boating safety a top priority by always wearing your life jackets. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye for now.